Good morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Simone Was Born Anti-Spiral part, or let's do a movie part. So, yeah. So, Simone in this What If has more confidence in him, and, like, he has, like, more confidence. But when he gets into combat, he's really loose cannon. And he isn't like born as a spiral that turns into a anti-spiral later. He is like the opposite. He was born as an anti-spiral and slowly changed to the spiral. And he is more relaxed compared to the other characters. And sorry if I feel rushed, but I got... Hey? So... And no one dies in this What If, so let's begin. And before we begin, I'm changing her from like being like the anti-spiral messenger to being just spiral warrior thing. Just spiral warrior. And her father, I'm keeping her father of like him in. So yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking. So yeah, so let's begin. So Simone was in the spiral, like, or anti-spiral war thing. As he says, come on now, guys. Or come on, you enemies. Fight back. Come on. And they were against, like, that kind. But the anti-spiral leader thing says, now, Simone. Or Captain Simone. You're so, like, aggressive. Yeah, but these bozos needs to be learned their place. As he destroys thousands and thousands of anti-spirals. So the remaining ones goes to back to their home worlds and like all that stuff. But before that, he says bye-bye as he shoots a beam, like killing his officer thing, or his anti-spiral captain, as he has been or his body been like into the like Milky Way. So yeah, he is now been reborn as Simon the Digger. And you might be wondering about in this what if she has a brother that is the one that you see before you, because Simon doesn't have a brother when he was in the auti-spiral. If he did, he didn't recognize them. So yeah, then he became like, he's so like relaxed. And yeah, he basically call me Simon. As they're like saying, okay, Simon, ready? Yeah. As they, of course, Lord Genome is like, alright, so as they try to earn, he made it all the way through. Who? To there. And he sees he's like, he sees that face. So what's your name? As when he said Simon, he immediately says, you're the auti-spiral. How dare you enter? As he says, well, as she's absolutely confused why do they know each other's? And then she remembers that the auti-spirals and spirals were one, or auti-spirals one against spirals. So yeah, he is actually his thing, because the thing that's supposed to be Logon or Gurren, he ends up bonding with it, as he is having now painful thing. So every time he's having like a heyday thing, or more relaxed, she comes up and comforts him. So yeah. So yeah, he did meant like all these guys. and that, and Battle of Bones. So, yeah, they're like, huh, well, ready? Before we go any further, I know that you all trust me, but as he points to his chest and he says, I am the anti-spiral warrior. As he keeps his memories from, as they're like, Simone, I know that you're the anti-spiral, but you're our captain. Yeah. So they're all like, yeah, come on. No matter if you're spiral or anti-spiral, just, I like your competence, humans. But buckle up. I am usually a loose cannon. And as he teach him hand-to-hand combat. As he says, you're not very bad at the battling things out. My nickname for the anti-spirals that gave me is Loose Cannon Simone. Loose Cannon. I like that nickname. As so, the Spiral King says, guess the most powerful, dangerous one of them all. Simone, the reckless cannon. And as she only remembers that name when her father told her stories about him, how he always been like caused so much like explosions, like 1 by 1, 2 by 2, the 100 armies will fall thing. So yeah, as one day when he got up to eat thing, as Kid and says, I am gonna ask, why did you get that nickname? Don't worry about it. It's nothing too important. After all. So they're like, Loose Cannon Simone, come on up. There, to the bridge. Okay. As Kid says, don't worry, man, I'll get your food for you. As, yeah, he basically walked all the way to there. So I'm having like going forwards and going backwards. Sorry about that. My brain's having like that. So yeah. Now we do like a time skip. Like as in like instead of like Spiral King like getting killed on, Simon jumps down as he walks over. If you want to battle or do some combat battle, be my guest. Yes. Okay? But I am different kind of Simon. I changed a lot more. As he says, Lord Genome. As he says, huh, you're right about you changed really fast. You used to be all crazy and like incompetent. But if you, as they, huh. So yeah, who wins? Simon, because he is. Let me remind you, he is at this age right now. So, and he is. Yeah, he bonded with Gurren Lagann. And his skills got so sharp that even like can even like whoosh. So yeah, he basically that's why he is stronger than anyone that ever won. So Viral's like, huh, he must be the one that you told us about, right? Spiral King. How yeah, but he's now changed. As and when he was walking back to his like to log on, I think that's how you pronounce his name. As he says, wait, that's spiral thing. How did you piloting it? You're the anti-spiral. Well, I remember what I said. I changed. So yeah, and now I see why you humans and or you spirals have it. As Lord Genome respects him a lot from that point on. So they were like doing like so yeah, Viral is like as he's as more like come on. So as he explains what the plans are thing. And it, like her brother Honor says, who cares? We know what they're that their plans are, let's go. As Simon giggles, huh? You think that's easy, Spiral? I know them back of my own hand. And Spiral King says, you are one of them. So, yeah, this is way before Spiral or anti-spirals came. So it's a time skip to the future. So yeah, he basically says that, and yeah, like he says that the people, loose cannons, as he explains what Anti-Spiral's true goals are: to eradicate all Spiral race, so that Spiral Nemesis never comes around. You Spirals want, like, to cause it. You want peace, but at the same time, and you evolve, you adapt, and like evolution. So, yeah. And they're like, huh, yeah. As so, only two people that like how he's like operating the entire crew, like took is Simon. As Simon says, huh, I was, or has the captain of these anti-spirals, so I know a thing or two about how to operate fully. As he's so calm that even like makes her blush, and her, because she is having like two things going through her head. Like, one is focus on like a task thing, and two, to get dating him and get like married to him. So yeah. So and she has that same thing. And so as he says this, as when Spiral King and Simon were walking together, he says this, I know that, or between me and you, or actually Simon says that between me and you, we aren't hurting. There's a so different. And I know how you feel Oh, okay. Working with this anti-spiral. It's a, okay. As he says, yeah, but you've been so different from the other anti-spirals. I noticed that every time you were like, hmm, well, I have two things, or I have, or actually because he knows what's, because his sister, or not his sister, his daughter wanted to date him because he respects him and her and everyone that's on that ship thing. So yeah, he basically, between her and Yoko, or yeah. So yeah, she basically won that round. And of course, he says, huh, well, the reckless cannon Simon, can I talk to you for a minute? As Simon says, sure, what's about? Well, I can't help it, but I noticed that the Yoko and her, you were talking to her, like, father, were, has a crush on you. As the question mark. So, yeah, because he took a really good lead of the situation more calmly. Then one of these showed up. And, yeah. As they both had deep, like, he never actually felt the, that's what he needed, was to feel loved. He got respected and all that other stuff, but he never felt love to anyone, or anything. Because so yeah, he basically won that flipping round until my eye was itchy. So yeah, he basically never had that cross his mind. He's always been reckless, as he knows, or now knows that, huh, you never loved from a or from a spiral, huh? As, huh, well, tell you something, as, huh, you've been in the shadows of that. Yeah, so he basically, when he looked up, his body transformed into, like, to his, or kind of like her outfit, but on his body. So, yeah. So he basically did that. Been there, done that all my life. Been there, done that all my life. So, yeah. So he basically he had the journal things, and he had blueprints that could end the world hunger or thirst. Like, he is basically the smarter than anyone, as they were looking for him, like, in his office, and they found a lot of weird stuff, like blueprints for, and he also had a map of the entire galaxy. So, and yeah, like, the machine has its own mind. So he basically, yeah, so let's do a time skip thing, because he never felt like anything in his entire life. So basically, yeah. As Auti-Spiral says, good to have you back, Captain. And Simone. Your time has finally ran out. As he dodges it, as he transforms, like, he believes in both sides share equal terms. So, yeah. They were, like, doing all that stuff. So now, as he grabs the spiral thing with his two hands and swings him around, and he doesn't know how to breathe in space. So yeah, he basically grabs him, leave the spiral homeworld, as he literally threw him on the other side to get to some distance from his Earth. As he says, well, they really soften you up, Captain Simone, the Reckless, or Cannon. So yeah. And he says, no matter if or you and I are, we were always been partners, but I see as both, or the spirals and anti-spirals, we always have equals. What is good without the bad? What's bad without the good? And as his body was the same size as him in his monster form. So yeah, he basically Simon as he says, the spirals need to live a long time before. So, and we keep erasing them from, like, it's no, all of that. It's a cycle of life. But it's time for you to feel the power. As his body was like half spiral energy and the anti-spiral. So basically he says, for my friends, for my family, they are my family. As his drill came out of his arm, as he says this, yes, I treat Lord Genome as my own brother. I treat his sister as if I had my own daughter. I respect all of them. But you, between you always looked up to me. But now this is your final lesson. As he, like, uses his power to become the gun of he became the anti-spiral nemesis. It's basically like fusion of that. So as everybody saw his true form, they're like, as Lord Genome says, that is his true form. When he hits critical mass, he turns into that. It's saying impossible. You guided with your own energy, your life energy. You know what that does to you. As he says, do you think I'm stupid? And you know why you anti-spirals called me the reckless S? Because of this super explosion anti-spiral nemesis. As he explodes, taking him down with him. But there's one thing. Simon is immortal. He can never die. And yeah, he's just floating around in space. As he gets up, yeah, and he does shed a tear. Here. Here. As he uses his power, and he makes his own version of that arm, but not too late. He went came down, boom, as yeah, as he gets up, like, as Spiral knows that he's still alive. So yeah, they went and they found him, and he is, so that's all over. And he does, or actually her asked Simone if who does he want to date, and he has no idea what about the word date. As Spiral King says, of course he says that you've always been so, as he's like trying to decide, as Spiral told his daughter before, like, he does not even know what dating means. So that's why. As yeah, so they or him, as he says, if I have to date one of you, or I would rather date both of you and get married to both of you. So yeah. So because he did date both of them, or actually scratch that, he dated her and got married to her, and her brother got dating with her, and they actually got married. And so did Simone. Where is that picture? It was, I forgetting. Oh, here it is. They did get married and had one or two kids. One was a boy, one was a girl. So yeah. And these anti-spiral, or like Gurren Lagann, in the first half of it looked like that. And he does like go out in space and fights the anti-spirals, by himself. So, yeah. And so that's what happens. And they do care about him and treat him as family. So, yeah. And you might be wondering, where's, like, him? Well, he really, like, he didn't bite the dust. He actually punched, or no, when he was gonna, like, take a, it's just like in canon, but Simone came in and flicked him, and he says, well, some days I feel like that, but since after meeting you and the rest of the spiral, or, well, it feels like home to me. So, and please don't die on me, okay? As he takes the gun away from him before. As he says, because a long time ago when I was anti-spiral, I am still an anti-spiral, but a long time ago, I got so much stress battling against, like, or battling against, yeah, I forget how it is.
Hello?
So about that, and so that's why I'm just adding some details of it, so everyone now respects him, but some of them are like, kind of like him, still holds a grudge until he proves himself. So yeah, he did prove himself by, like, he told, or actually Simon told him that if he wants to get your anger out and gain your trust through combat, I will. Okay. As who wins? Simone wins real fast. So, yeah. And Simone says, your name's Viral, right? Well, Viral, between you and I, we're different, like, race, but I respect you and all the beastmen around us. As they're saying, are you sure? Of course. I'm never lying to you. So, now this is the end of the video, and peace out, Cub Scouts. Bye. So, peace.